everyone, I just thought I'd pop on here. I've spent today making some of the projects for some classes this weekend, so I thought I'd come and show you what people are going to make and talk you through some of the bits. So for Saturday I'm going to be at the Horth Theatre in Crawley, West Sussex, doing 2 classes, and Monday evening I run my monthly scrapbook club and also a card class as well. They run alongside each other. Haven't made scrap club yet, but that'll be no surprise to those that are coming. However, it is on my list of things to do today. But I thought I would share with you what one of the classes on Saturday will be and what the card class on Monday will be. So just trying to make sure you can see all those. I think you can, hopefully you can. So I'll just go through a few bits with you. So card class at Maidenbower, Crawley, Monday nights. It goes from 7 o'clock till 9 o'clock, and we make all sorts of things. I actually alternate the teaching with one of my customers. So when I'm teaching, we do very contemporary, very clean, very simple cards, 3 or 4, so 4 in this case. And then the next month, my lovely customer Janet, she does far more complicated cards than me. So she does fancy folds and she does making your own background papers and all sorts of things we've done with her. But this Monday is my class. So as you can see, this is what we're going to be making. Love, should have brought the stamp set over really. Endless Wishes, I want to say it's called, and just the same birthday cake stamp in each of the 4 cards, utilising the pattern paper from the DSP, though DSP being the pattern paper we call it, designer series paper. And so yes, using that, so we have a pad of coordinating pattern paper that goes with each of our 4 colour families and the in colours as well. So this is using the Brights version. So as you can see, these cards, they're very they're not particularly male, they're not particularly female. I mean, obviously that's a bit pink, but then that's a bit blue. So what I'm saying is you can utilise the set for any age and for any gender as such. Everybody will be pleased to have them, I'm sure. So just for example, this one, so very simple. They're all using our notelets, and you can see it's just been stamped in Stays On black ink in this instance, and the ink has been picked up with one of our blender pens from our ink pads and used as colouring. You could obviously use the colouring pencils, you could use aqua brushes if you wanted to as well, as long as you use the Stays On ink to give it a more watercoloured effect, or you could use obviously our marker pens, but not everybody has the marker pens. So the blender pens, which, let me just grab one, I'm going to screech. So these are the blender pens, and what you do, she says, should have thought about this earlier, if you squeeze one of our ink pads, did I squeeze it enough? Yes I did, there we go. You can see you get a pool of ink and you just literally pick the colour up and colour. So you could, tempting turquoise that was, wasn't it? Of course I can't find my tempted turquoise now. Oh, let's go Pacific Point. So you could just simply use our marker pens. There's a fat end and a thin end. Took me about a year to work that out until someone told me thin line for thin end, fat line for fat end. So you've got a brush. So I say that's Pacific Point, that's tempting turquoise. Put the 2 ends there. So you could use these and you could colour in as simply as doing that. But if you haven't got the marker pens, then as I say, the blender pens, they're like 10 quid for 3. And what happens is you just keep colouring until then the colour runs out, she says, using the right end. So just keep colouring, keep colouring, keep colouring. When you finish colouring, you can then just do that until it runs clear, and then just go and use another colour. So just pick it up again, squeak, 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 I think that's off. Oh no, you can just about see. And then come back and colour. So that's what we're doing for this class. So there we go, that's the first one. The second one, bit of stamping behind. I think I've finally cracked this. You wouldn't think it would be very hard, would you, to just wrap some random thread, but mine never looks random. But I kind of think I managed to do it this time for the first time ever. That was the use of my wrapping it around my hand and glue dots, various glue dots on the back of this piece here. But there we go. So stamped, just these again, marker pens or ink pads. They're all different individual stamps, so you can do them however you like. We look at this one. So again, the 4 pattern pieces of paper behind, same image on a square this time, a few sequins, job done. And again, that looks very random, doesn't it? Or it looks like a flower. Either looks too circular or too much like a flower, but I don't think that looks too bad. So, so there we go. So that is one of our classes at the Hawth on Saturday, and it's our card class on Monday. I do still have some places left on Monday, so if you are free and in the area, as I say, it's in Maidenbow, which is 5 minutes from Gatwick, 7 till 9, then just ping me an email, natalie@natalieoshea.co.uk, and you can come and make these 4 cards with us. And I run that class that it's £10, so it's £10 to come, or if you're ordering something up on the evening, then you get the cards for free. So place an order with me and get your cards for free. So that's one of them. And then going on, this is the second class that we're going to be doing at the Hawth. So I can move my ink pad out of the way now. There we go. So 2 cards and a decorated bag. So you've got that card there. So stamping tone on tone. This was stamped straight on Watermelon Wonder, straight onto the Watermelon Wonder ink. These fabulous, in fact, let me go and get the stamp set. Should have way been more organised. Hold on. But they're just there. So Flourishing Phrases is the stamp set. It's in 2 sets, but you've got the 3 main images and then lots of sentiments, which kind of covers an awful lot. With sympathy, congratulations, I love you, just a note, thanks very much, hello. So that is the stamp set. And then you get the Flourish Thinlit dies that coordinate. I think I've said before that I keep all my dies on a magnetic sheet, so it comes on a piece of cardboard, but I can't do that, so I put them all on a magnetic sheet. And there's lots of dies here, as you can see, and great, look at that, amazing, amazing, love it. Love that we can now cut things out, not hand cutting anymore in the days before die cut machines. So that's the dies. And so this is a notelet card and just a piece of pattern paper, again just covering that bit of an envelope. So you've got this image stamped. This was actually stamped off on scrap paper. I didn't show you if I turn it over, look, there we go. So it's, you ink it up, you stamp it on the scrap paper, and then you stamp it straight on the card. It's if you want a slightly more subtle image, you don't want it bright and crisp, you want it a little bit more muted. You've got a strip of cardstock along here. This is one of the dies. How fab is that? So a couple of sentiments, and this is actually washi tape behind, so again you could use pattern paper, but that's washi tape, and a few of the metallic rhinestones. So you've then got this bag, so all wrapped up and tied up with Whisper White Baker's twine, and you've just got here a piece of Whisper White, cutting the shapes out, so using the dies first to cut it out of the white base card, and then using, this is Peekaboo Peach, using Peekaboo Peach, just using the same die and putting it on a piece of Peekaboo Peach, cutting that out and just inlaying it in these 3 here. And then we've got the large flower, Watermelon Wonder, bit of Pear Pizzazz, that's that, beautiful, very Celtic I think. And that's kind of it. The leaves are cut out by hand in this case, just one of the stamps, and again that's been stamped off first there it is again, and then stamped on. Again, a bit more muted, not quite so crisp, just a slightly different look. And this, look at that, how fab is that? Ooh. Bit of washi tape, from the Affectionately Yours washi tape collection, that is. And then, so going back to this one, watermelon card, watermelon ink, so that beautiful die, look at that in the gold foil. Again, some Pear Pizzazz leaves, just a note, a bit of Peekaboo Peach, and again the knotted Whisper White. So there you go. So that's the second class at the Horth on Saturday as well. So if you're coming, that's what you'll be making. But hopefully you should know that because the pictures were up on their website. So that's it. I'm going to leave you with those. Just thought I'd pop on and show you the sort of things that we make in the classes. Don't know when the next Horth class will be. We're just waiting for this. This was a trial for February and March, so hopefully it's gone well, and hopefully Saturday will go well, and we'll be back for more classes in the near future. The Monday night classes I run myself. They're at Maidenbower Junior School, as I say, in Crawley, West Sussex, 5 minutes from Gatwick, and we've been running those for years and years. And Scrap Club, I can tell you, give you a quick flash. That's the kit I'll be using to make Scrap Club with. That's what we'll be using this Monday. And again, Scrap Club, we do sort of double page 12 by 12 spreads, sort of original scrapbooking rather than the sort of Project Life quick scrapbooking. And that's held 7:30 to 9:30. So runs exactly in the same hall as the card class, but just runs half an hour later. And is a good social night out. So look forward to seeing you at one of the classes. I'll speak to you soon. Bye.